So vectors, as you had doubt, I am telling you everything about vectors now, so that it should be very clear. Vectors, as the name suggests, it is basically numbers. Vectors matlab numbers with a direction. They are only numbers. But if the numbers are given particular direction होना चाहिए. Particular means specific. Very important is when we say particular, it is specific direction. It should not have a direction which keeps on changing. If the direction is keeps on changing, then it is not called as a vector. It should have a particular direction and it should be specified in one direction only. Such numbers are said to be vectors. Okay, numbers with particular specific direction. I'm writing that. You can copy the notes if you want. So these are said to be vectors. If they are only numbers without any direction, they are only called as scalars. Example for scalars is mass. Best example is mass. Mass is a scalar. It doesn't have any direction. Whether you are on Pluto, whether you are on Jupiter, whether you are on any planet, your mass doesn't change. Your mass is always the same. But people get confused when they say mass is also measured in kg, sir, and my weight is also measured in kg. No, both are not the same. This you should know very clearly. The units for measuring mass are kg, kilogram. The units for measuring weight are, general layman, illiterate people will say, what is my weight? 50 kg, they will say, not 50 kg. Mass is yours, maybe 50 kg. Your weight is not 50 kg. 50 kg weight. Kg weight is not kg. 50 kg weight means 50 kg mass multiplied by the gravitation acceleration on the planet you are living in. What is the planet you are living on? Earth. So 10 meters per second square. Not actually 9.8. You can take it as 10 in general. In your numericals, you take it as 10. Otherwise, it is actually 9.8. That is only correct answer. Understood? Generally, it is not 10. 10 is only your approximation for numerical solving. So what is your weight now? 500, 50 into 10 kg meters per second square. This is the correct unit for weight, which we generally say kg, 50 kg, 50 kg weight. My weight is 50 kg, sir. Not 50 kg. 50 kg weight means 500 kg meter per second square. That is also called as 500 Newton. But does anybody understand this? 500 Newtons weight means general layman cannot understand. Easily they will say 50 kg. They will not use this weight after that. But you are actually not supposed to say, as a physics student, you should not say 50 kg as your weight. You should say 50 kg weight. That means 500 newtons. Your mass may be 50 kg. Now I will explain what is mass. Mass is the amount of matter. Amount of matter. It is chemistry basically. Mass is chemistry, weight is physics. We can say like that. Because it is the amount of matter contained in a body. That which you can touch, feel and see is mass. That which you cannot touch, feel and see, but we can, only the weighing machine can measure, is weight. Mass can also be measured, weight can also be measured, but mass measuring instruments are different. Weight measuring instruments are common balance, simple balance. All these are weighing machines which measure weight. Mass also can be measured, but it is actually the amount of matter contained in a substance. Is that clear? So, amount of, if you have doubt, you can then ping me and stop me. Wherever you don't understand, you stop me. Till then, you can listen. If you are understanding, that means you are not stopping me. Amount of matter contained in a substance is the amount of mass. That is 50 kg. Means what? If you are having one some substance which is spherical like a ball or something, you have atoms. No, atoms and molecules will make up that substance. So that atoms and molecules totally, if you add all of them, that 50 kg mass it will make up. Now you put this ball on earth, then it will experience a pull towards the center of the earth. That is why it is falling towards the earth. That pull it is experiencing because earth is pulling it with an acceleration 10 meters per second square. Then the weight is experienced by you. When a 50 kg person goes to moon, his mass is always 50 kg only. His weight will reduce because it is not 10 there, it is 10 by 6 there. So his weight experienced is a vector. Now I am coming to the actual introduction of the topic. So mass is our basic understanding of scalar. Scalar which doesn't have any direction, but weight is a vector because it has a direction. What is the direction? Always towards the center of the planet on which you are living on. If you are on some other planet like Jupiter, then also your weight is towards the center of the planet Jupiter, but it is reduced because there the gravitational acceleration small g on Jupiter will be very less compared to gravitational acceleration on Earth, which is equal to 10 meters per second square. Very high, highest on Earth, very less on other planets. There are planets on which the gravitational acceleration is far more than Earth also. Like, yeah, they are only black holes, nebulas, all that we see in advanced physics. Okay, there we are not bothered about those. We are bothered about normal planets have gravitational acceleration less than the g. So where is it pulling? Towards the center of the earth. Always there is a direction downwards. So therefore weight is a vector. Having known the difference between vector and scalar, we can proceed to understand how mathematically we represent these vectors as scalars. How do you represent a vector mathematically? Because physics is all maths. Physics has a lot of mathematics. We can't just say upar se niche, niche se upar, up and down. We can't say like that. That is a layman understanding. In 8th standard also, little bit of vector scalar. Teachers would have told you when they introduced to you what is mass and weight. But they did not tell you anything about the mathematics. Now we are going to do the mathematics. We have the we have the coordinate axis. This is, we know what is the coordinate axis. Upwards all is called y axis. Downwards on the horizontal, you are traveling on the horizontal x axis. Now you have one point here and another point here. This point is some a, this is some point b. This is the origin. Origin means, what is the origin? Origin is where the whole, it is not, earth doesn't have any origin. Okay, earth is a sphere, it's not like a flat thing, but we are assuming there is an origin of our understanding. Our understanding means this is your home. HOME. We are going to do a numerical, then you will understand this numerical. If you have Cengage book, then you can turn your page to this numerical. It is there in your CBSE textbook. Okay, Ahmad, ये तुम्हारा CBSE textbook में है जो अभी मैं बोलने वाला हूँ numerical. It is there in your CBSE NCERT textbook. It is not new. तुम्हारे पास textbook है तो खोल के देखो. Others, you Kritika and Srinandan, page number 4.31, illustration 4.51, illustration 4.54, sorry, 4.54 is there in your CBSE textbook also. This has solved example hai tumhare textbook mein. So that only I am telling, nothing, no IIT. This is not IIT, this is CBSE or our state board, we call it as intermediate. Now there is a particle at point A, there is a particle at point B, there is some other particle at point C, and there is another D. Now what I am saying is, one man walked from this point A to point B. How he has walked? He might have walked like this, something, some path like this. This is called distance. Distance. This path is called distance. It is not having any particular direction. So this is a scalar quantity. Now the same man walked.
So what is the illustration again?
Illustration 4.54, Amma. In your textbook, in your not textbook, in your Cengage book, open Cengage book, kinematics 1, page number if you want, it is 4.31 page. 4.31 page, illustration 4.54. I hope you have got it. So this man, there is another man who walks straight. Okay, like that. This man has walked straight from the point A to B. Okay, simply walk straight. The other man, he was walking like this, haphazardly, like a curved path. This is how generally we travel. We don't go straight because there are so many buildings. We would take turns. We would go like this, and we will reach this point. Only aeroplanes can go straight. Or if you are traveling on a freeway or a highway, Mumbai Pune highway, then you would be going straight. Otherwise, you generally travel with little bit of curves at least. Okay, this path you see, the pink path, this is called vector path. This is called displacement. And what is this red path? This red path is your distance. Okay, is that understood? Yeah, right. Now from A to B, the man walked and stopped at B. At A, he is at some distance. He is at some coordinate from the x-axis, and he is at some other coordinate from y-axis. So that coordinates of the point A we have been given as 3 comma 4. Generally this is known to you in 10th standard also, they taught you this in maths. But what we will write now, this 3 4, we will write differently as 3 units on x-axis, 1 2 3, 4 units on y-axis, 1 2 3 4. Okay, 1 2, they should be equally spaced, 1 2 3 4 units. So we don't write this like this 3 comma 4, we are writing it in a special way, 3 I cab plus 4 j cab. What does this mean? It simply means I cab means, what is this I cab? I cab means 3 units on x axis, j cab means 4 units on y axis. Rather than saying the whole English sentence completely and explicitly, we are simply writing that only as a shortcut. This means if I write this as an English sentence, what does it mean? 3 units on x axis plus 4 units on y axis. But better than writing that, we just simply write as a shortcut, 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. What is I cap? 1 unit on x axis. That's it, simple. Okay. Now he has traveled to another point, 7 comma 12. So what does this mean? 7 units on x axis. This was is 4 3 4 5 6 7 units on x axis and 12 units on y axis. 12 units. Means on y axis 12. So you can get the points there. So I need not put all the numbers. You can understand that. It will go to 12. Okay. Right. Another person. So this displacement vector. Now we got a vector, displacement vector AB bar. This is called displacement vector. This is this is very easily understood by you in carom board striker. If this was your carom board striker, you hit the carom board striker, it went straight from point A to point B. So displacement vector AB we got. How do you get that vector AB? How do you get that? Is understood by a method. Simply subtract the second from the first. Simply subtract the second or the B point from the A point. Okay. But that is not the way we have to understand completely as a CBSE answer. If you have to answer or a intermediate answer, then you have to write like this. You have to join the point B to the origin, then join the point A to the origin. See, joining the point A to the origin and B to the origin. So then what happens if the body from home, this is home, this is school, and this was not school, sorry, this is I will make it something else. Playground, bus stand, very good. Bus stop. Home, bus stop, school. Finally, your destination is to go to school. In this corona time, you will never go to school. That is your unfortunate. So, home to school, how we reach? Home to bus stop to school. Okay, this is one way you can go, or directly you can go from home to school without going to bus stop. You can go, if you are rich enough, you could go some other way. How is the some other way? By scooter or car or some way, auto. You take direct, you go. We did not go to bus stop, we didn't stop at all, straight you went. So this is one way. So this o, this point is ob, sorry, oa is what? Home to bus stop. Similarly, OB is what? Home to school. Now what I'm asking is, from bus stop to school is my displace. This is also displacement. This is also displacement. I'm asking you, from bus stop to school, how much you traveled. Actually, you travel from bus stop to school only in this path, this OAB path. So this is the path. I'm putting it with another understanding. I'm using different colors. This is my path. O A B. OAB path is the only path wherein you will get bus stop. From bus stop to school only I want. I don't want from home to bus stop, home to school, then do all these things. But how to find that is this only AB. AB is what? Bus stop. Oh, it's not visible. Bus stop to. That is called displacement, which we are interested in. Okay. Bus ST means you understood, no? Bus stop to school. That's the only displacement we are interested in. How do you find that? Is mathematically it is simply OB, the second vector, minus OA. That's it. Is AB. That means what? How I got this vector is, how do I get these vectors? O to, first I will travel from home to school. I will find out the distance. I will get some number. Then home to bus stop, I'll get some number. I'll subtract these two, I'll get this bus stop to school. Isn't it common sense? Simple common sense. But it is not that so simple, because the paths are not the same. You're not traveling on the same path. This is taking different curve, different orientations. So, but vectorially speaking, this is the way to do. Is it understood clearly? Any doubts here? You can stop me. No doubts, I will proceed. So we have to find the vector AB. Now how to find the vector AB? From this the numbers which I wrote, from the vector AB. So we proceed further. So what we are going to get the number AB bar I want. So AB bar is OA bar, OB bar minus OA bar. Is simply subtraction between these numbers. In your 10th standard itself, you know how to subtract two coordinates one from the other. But here we are going to write them as vectors, and then we are going to subtract. This is 7I cap plus 12J cap. Now we are going to subtract this vector from this vector. How? We are going to write the vectors. 7I plus 12J cap. Cap. Don't forget this cap. Otherwise it doesn't make any meaning. Minus the other vector which you want to. The other vector is what? 3I cap plus 4J cap. I will subtract. Then I will get. Now what are these 7I and 12J? This is nothing but OB bar. From O to B directly you go, you will reach at 7 comma 12. From O to A, if you directly you go, you will reach at 3 comma 4. But I am not interested at these directions. I'm interested from here to here what? That is what I'm interested. So that is what I will get now. How do I get that? Okay. So if you subtract 7 minus 3, how much? 4I cap plus 12 minus 4 is 8J cap. Now don't get this confusion in your brain that, oh, sir used all positives only, so you should always put positive. No, not always that you should put positive. You may have a vector with minus in between. You may have. I'm going to do a numerical. Then you will understand that vectors may be having, there may be a minus 12. Then how the coordinate will look? It will be in the second coordinate, second quadrant. There are four quadrants, is it or first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. So depending on the positive, if x is positive, first quadrant, y is also positive, definitely first quadrant. X is negative, definitely second quadrant. Like that. So quadrants, the same thing can also be drawn on the second quadrant also. No problem with that. Okay, happy. Yeah. So Gritika, I will rub this and I'll proceed with his doubt. Can I rub it off totally? Now you can talk,
Yes,
no
sir.
problem. As Gritika said, that's the best thing to do. So it will appear like a classroom. Better we talk only. Better not pause and do all this. Right. That will save some time also actually. Right. So quadrant, he what I was telling, he had a doubt. Quadrant matlab kya hai? What is quadrant? Oh my God. 10 minutes are there, no problem. Again, you can click the link. Quadrant means, see, in mathematics 10th standard they taught you this. If
Yes,
I
sir. Yes, sir. I know quadrant, sir, but what you explained about quadrant in the last thing, I did not understand,
I
sir.
will tell that. See, here there is a point 3 comma 4. This same
Yes,
3
sir.
comma 4 could have been here also, no student then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But it is minus 3 comma 4. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes, sir.
it is minus 3 on the x-axis. Same 3 comma 4 could have been in this quadrant. Is it or not? But it is
Yes,
not
sir.
simple 3 comma 4. It is what? Plus
3
3
minus 3
but
comma
minus.
minus 4, sir.
Very good. That way it could have been here also. But is it simple plus 3 plus 4? No, minus 3 minus.
Minus minus, sir.
So what now I will tell you, the diagram which I drew like this, I drew no same thing I could draw like this here also. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Same thing I
Yes,
could, so the vector could have been on the other side. Is it or not? Is it understood? Huh?
yes,
The vector could have been like this. Is it or not? The vector could have been like this. I will draw the whole diagram now symmetrically. Now you will understand very clearly. That vector, I will use different colors. The vector, different color I will use. This B, this was my OB, no? The same OB I will draw here. See, this is OA and OB. Now I will draw OA, I will draw now. OB I am drawing here. OB could have been like this. It will be like this. Similarly, in this quadrant, OB will be like this. Something like this. And in this quadrant, OB will be like this. Okay, don't worry, all are symmetric diagrams, but they are looking different, but they are symmetric. Okay.
sir.
Now see,
You, sir, you have drawn it wrong, sir. It will be OB will be other side, sir.
this is this side. No problem, that is not a problem. I'm just for your
Yes, yes,
simple understanding. I'm drawing it. For perfectly,
yes,
I have
sir.
to
Yes,
draw means I have to use scale and other tools I have to use.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
side you understood, no? This side.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
O A B. This A B I'm interested. Like that, actually you're right. This should be this side, no? That's what you're saying to me. I will make that this side. What you're saying is, how can I move this? I'll rub it off. I'll rub it and draw it. Okay. So where it should be 7. Minus 7 will be this side, no? So how it should be? It should actually be like this. Is it or not? That's what you're saying. Now I understand. Now is it okay for you? This is
Yes,
how
sir.
this is how it will be. Yes or no? Huh? Now they are symmetric.
Yes,
You see, like a mirror. This is looking like a mirror image, is it or not?
yes, sir.
If this you take as a mirror, see, they are exactly like mirror images. That same way mirror image, I have to draw this side, this side. Okay. Now you see this length AB will not vary, is it or not? Instead of A, I am writing it A dash. Instead of B, I am writing it B dash. A dash, B dash, length is same as AB length. Length will not change because length is a scalar. Is it understood? Length
Yes,
is a
sir.
scalar. But the coordinates are not scalars. Coordinates are vectors. You see this direction is in which direction? Like this. If you see this direction, which direction? exactly opposite direction the travel is it or not? This direction, if you see the striker is going from, if you see, if I say this direction from a north, south, east, west, then which direction is it going like this? Means northeastern direction. Is it or not? It's going in northeastern direction. But this is what direction? Ulta direction. What is that? Northwestern direction this one is it or not? So that is the difference. Is it understood? That is the difference. Now with this sets that this vector is totally different from this vector. Even though the length of these two vectors are same, the directions are totally different. Understood? Is not AB bar is not equal to A dash B bar, A dash B dash bar, because their directions are totally different. Understood now very clearly. Ah.
Yes, sir.
So now we subtract them and let us get the vector. What we were doing, the subtraction what we were doing is AB bar is nothing but OB bar minus OA bar. What was that OB bar? 7I cap plus 12
12 J caps.
J cap. Yes, very good. Minus, what was that?
3
3.
I cap plus 4 J caps.
Now your understanding will be very clear. See here, since I am doing this in first quadrant, all positive, positive, positive came. If at all I was doing here, what would I write here? Minus 3 I cap plus 4 J cap. Is it or not? That's what I will write. Is it or not?
Yes.
And here I would write minus 7. Is it or not? I will write minus 7 if I have to write in the second quadrant. For your understanding, I am doing this minus 7 I cap plus 12 J cap will not change because it is in the second quadrant. Now this subtraction also I can do, no? What will I get? Minus 7 minus of minus 3. So it will be what? Can you tell me? Minus 7 minus of minus 3. So what would I get here? Minus 4 I cap I will get. Whereas here I will get 7 minus 3 is how much? 4 I cap I will get. Is it understood very clearly?
Yes, sir.
So my AB bar in this first quadrant will be 4I cap plus 12 minus 4 luckily is all positive. We are getting here all positive. But here what would I get? Here minus 4I cap plus, since these are positive I will get positive. 8J cap I will get. Is it understood? This is what? What is this? A dash B dash bar. Understood? Even though they look alike, they are not at all the same. They are totally different vectors because of this negative change of sign. Understood that? Hmm? Yeah. So now
Yes,
you
yes.
understood vectors basic thing. Vectors are represented by I cap, J cap. Of course, there is another component K cap, which I will tell you. Now we are dealing with only two dimensions, so no, I am not putting K cap. But the vectors are basically three dimension in universe. We have three coordinate axes. Out of them, two-dimensional plane I am using. That's why I am drawing only two I cap, J cap. But there is another Z axis which has a K cap. I will write that when we do numericals. Is it understood till now? Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
we got the vector AB bar. Like that we can get we can get any other CD. I was telling you other vector CD also, no? Now coming back to our numerical. There are two vectors given there in the numerical. 4.54. Is there is any time or not?